What can you tell us about the Sambatyon, the river beyond which the 10 lost tribes were exiled?
So there's a lot all over in Midrashim and legend about Nahar Sambatyon. But I'll try and go a little bit into the basics. The Sambatyon River is already mentioned in the Gemara as a reality that existed in the time of the Gemara, to the extent that apparently they knew where it was. They were able to, everyone in the world, even Goyim, knew about it. The Gemara tells us that a Goy asked Rabbi Akiva, prove it to me that Hashem created the world in 6 days and that he rested on Shabbos. He said, I can prove it to you, because take a look at the Sambatyon River that is there for 6 days. It shoots up stones, and on Shabbos it rests, which means it was a reality that they knew in the world then. What is the Sambatyon? It's a river that shoots up stones and has great rapids or whatever it may be throughout the 6 days of the week. On the Shabbos it rests, which means it's an amazing phenomena in the physical world that changes on Shabbos, that shows the idea of Shabbos in the actual physical world. We are told that the Aseres HaShvatim, the 10 Shvatim, they were exiled to the other side of Nahar Sambatyon in order that no one can be able to reach them. There are different legends regarding that. There's a famous legend, but a story that's traditionally been passed on and taught for generations about the Baal HaAkdamus, about the one author of the Akdamus, which is said in many shuls on Shavuos, that he actually went to bring someone. There was a big gzeira in the city. Just in short, there was a big gzeira of a mechashef, a magician that came, that was a priest, and that was trying to convince the Jews to chas v'shalom shmadzich, to convert, and he had to bring someone who was better at magic than him. And he was told in a dream, go to the other side, go how to go and which way to go to the other side of the Sambatyon River, and you will find over there a Jew who will go back to your town, and he'll be able to fight with his power of impurity. And the way he was able to go was because it was pikuach nefesh. It was in order to save the lives of the Jews in that town. So he was able to go on Shabbos when it's not shooting up stones. And the same thing with the other person. The other tzaddik from there was able to come back on Shabbos, but he had to remain in the other side of Aseres HaShvatim and of Sambatyon, and the other tzaddik from there had to remain on that side of Sambatyon. That's a famous legend that there is. Much more than that, there's a lot in Midrashim, etc. The other thing, which isn't really directly about Nahar Sambatyon, but it's regarding the Aseres HaShvatim, there's one thing which is brought even in Halacha. The Rif brings it, and the Rishonim bring it. There was someone called Eldad Hadani. He was a world traveler. And he said he was from Shevet Dan, and he came from the other side of Sambatyon, from the land of the 10 Shvatim, and he told Chacham things about it, to the extent that he brought this is back in the earlier time of the Rishonim, before the Rif, but it was earlier than that. He came throughout the lands. He's in fact the one who went also to the land of Kuzar, where there was the Jewish kingdom of Gedim. And he brought with him a book called Hilchas Yerushalayim, which had halachas. It's not mentioned much about it. It's just one thing in the laws of Shchita. It's mentioned what it said, what Eldad Adani brought in Hilchas Yerushalayim. It's not a halach, we don't follow it, but it does say that we should go l'chumra, which is the fact that you have to go to the mikveh before shechting, and that a sheichet has to have gone to the mikveh beforehand. Sheichet has to wear a yarmulke, has to have made a bracha, otherwise the shchita is not good. So the halacha is not that it's not good, but l'chumra, we're careful about it. That was something in the Hilchas Yerushalayim, in the laws from the Aseres HaShvatim that were brought from this Eldad Adani.